wrapping up. My understanding is they're wrapping up the story in the movie.
He's gonna die.
Probably, he's gonna give his life to save little Grogu.
My gosh. And then Grogu's gonna start speaking,
Probably, and then run off with Luke Skywalker and Ahsoka.
and then he's gonna be in the new
Help them restart the Jedi Temple. Either that, bro. What they should do is just like give him the little decked out armor and a little gun, and just have him be the Mandalorian. And just like if the end of the movie is just him like bounty hunting, I'll be like, this is it, bro. This is
Okay,
the way to end
I'll be cool with that.
it. You're listening to Passed Out, the podcast where history, mystery, the occult, and the cosmos collide. This week we're talking about Doomsday prepping, Macaulay Culkin, and Masters of the Universe. Stay curious, and welcome to Passed Out. Welcome to Passed Out. I'm Josh.
I'm Arash.
I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. How was your Thanksgiving, man?
It was good, man. It didn't involve any 3D printed chicken or empty cans with just water in it when it's supposed to be cranberry sauce. Did you hear about Campbell's soup?
No, I didn't. This sounds interesting, though.
So I guess some video surfaced about a dude in 2024 last year, basically claiming that Campbell's has like bioengineered chicken. And then there's all these videos of that aren't related to Campbell's soup that have been popping up that sparked this video to resurface, basically saying that Aldi, which is kind of like Trader Joe's, it's Trader Joe's brother, oddly enough. Um, this lady goes and sees all these ingredients are just like bioengineered. Everything that she looks at is bioengineered. So that whole bioengineer thing became a huge thing the past few weeks, and then this video resurfaces where this dude is claiming to be he's claiming to be an employee, saying that like um, everything's just like fake with Campbell. So big controversy happened, and Campbell's ended up releasing a statement. One, saying that the guy is like no longer with the company, and then also defending their product, saying that they've always used real chicken, which it's so dystopian that a company has to come out and say that they use real chicken, you know? But that's where we are in 2025. And then Ocean Spray, there was a video, or I think few videos of people like opening up the cans of cranberry sauce and I think a few other items, and it was just water inside of it. Just water. But like
That's
when you pick
crazy.
up the can though, don't you kind of notice the weight difference? Like how the fuck do you I don't get how it went through the
Yeah, dude, like, how do
factory.
you yeah, if you feel water sloshing around when it should be, like, a solid, like, one piece, like, gelatin kind of, thing, yeah, it's
I
fucking crazy.
that's where like my bullshit meter kind of comes up. And then the video I saw, this dude was, I mean, granted I've done this before too, but he was like stabbing the shit out of the can with a knife. Like he was Jack Nicholson in Shining. Um we go into Shining last week's episode. If you haven't caught that, go watch it now or after this episode. Um so the whole video looked bizarre. Have you seen these videos about like people buying chicken and beef at like Walmart or some grocery store and it looks like there's just glue in it when they separate the
No, but that's crazy.
yeah, it makes me want to go and kind of check it out. I don't know if anybody else has really experienced this, but I haven't.
What kind of chicken and, like, meat are they buying? Is it, like, a certain brand? Is it from a certain store? If it's Walmart, are they saying it's, like, is it Great Value brand that this is happening?
I saw a few different brands. I don't know if I want to say them because it might not be true. But like, there were some weird magnet tests that people were doing that were making like these injectables just pop up, or what they claim to be injectables. Like this, it looks really weird. I don't know, man. I try not to think about it as much. Maybe I should just become a vegetarian.
Things are getting weird. Yeah, I guess like yeah, the conversation about where our food comes from and preservatives is, it just feels like it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and you look at most things and it's just like there's a lot of weird chemicals and things in a lot of food regardless, you know. But I always imagined that, you know, if you're not buying too many groceries in the center of the store, like in like the boxed areas, you know, you should be able to get pretty normal food on the outskirts of the store where the meat and the vegetables are. But like, you know, if meat is a problem and like they're, you know, giving us artificial meat, then yeah, like who, like we're so fucked.
And then you have the Monsanto stuff that's still
Yeah.
going on.
Uh-huh.
Um, that's why it's good to have like more farmers markets.
Mhm.
That's impossible with the demand that we have, especially in the
I
United
know.
States. But
Yeah.
anybody who has that privilege and blessing of being able to go to a farmer's market and getting stuff from people, like the people who actually slaughtered the animal or grew the vegetable, that might be the best idea.
Yeah.
It's uh,
I've also been questioning if I should like learn how to garden myself, you know, just like if if we really should be like doomsday prepping, like I'm severely under prepared at this point. Haven't even thought about it. Haven't even ever really thought about trying to grow my own food. We grow some things. Like we have like, you know, we have like a we'll grow like cilantro sometimes in one of the little flower bins we have outside, and we can grow our own basil, which smells so good. Goes great on my spaghetti.
yeah.
But yeah, other than like herbs, we haven't really tried to grow much. When I was like right before we started Casual Thieves, I was working for my current job was like down for, you know, a few months, and I was working at a I was working at Bonnie Plants, which is like the company that stocks like the pepper growers at Home Depot. So
All right.
this is
I didn't know this.
so yeah. I learned a lot about just peppers when I worked at that job, but I've never really tried to grow a pepper. But when I lived in Nevada, I guess that was something that actually growed very well there is peppers because it's a hot climate. So
Nevada would grow something like peppers very,
uh-huh.
very
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, that's about it. That's what they got.
I
They
think
can
the
grow
whole
peppers.
doomsday prep, as fun as it is to think about, I think the shows like oh my gosh, what's that zombie show on FX? Walking Dead. I think
Walking
Walking
Dead.
Dead and shows like that got people really obsessed with it. And then you have like a certain demographic of people. I think anybody can make an educated guess on who I'm talking about, that kind of obsess with it and they
I know.
fantasize over it. And then there's a whole market now catering to these dumb fucks who just want to who just want the end of the world to happen, and also read a book where it said where it predicts it happens. So um, they they just are suckers for these companies selling these doomsday prep items when it comes with like basically astronaut food and just like
Yeah.
cans of Campbell's and Ocean Spray. How funny would it be if you doomsday prepped and then you fucking
You
open
just
it,
got
it's
a
just
bunch of can.
water? You're fucked. Get fucked.
Well, you're gonna need water, but yeah. This
Yeah,
is
I know,
dude, this
but
you know what? This sounds familiar. This sounds like the fucking Fallout,
from
dude. Like this is
this sounds familiar.
familiar.
Shitty Wok?
Shitty woke. But this feels like Fallout. Like Vault Tech was essentially like, did Vault Tech manufacture the fucking nuclear holocaust to fucking sell vaults? You know, like kind of the same fucking thing. Like how many doomsday prep like it also goes back to like war profiteering. Like how many wars have been manufactured by capitalism to sell guns?
Oh, a lot. And
Yeah.
now you see the religious aspect of it, like the book of well, I mean, not even now, it's been happening for a while, like trying to drum up this book of Revelations. Um, you know, it's I think Gog and Magog, and people interpret like one of those is Russia, and then the other is like Iran, and then obviously there's like the Israel, and they're just like beaten off to the possibility of these nations fighting so Jesus could come back. And bad news is most of these people Jesus would hate. Like the people cheering this on, Jesus would want nothing to do with them. They'd want to send Jesus. It's always funny when like I know we're getting on a political rant here, but like the most racist people who were like with what happened with that Afghan shooting the security guard or they were like guardsmen and
Yeah.
women. Um, they want to deport every illegal, and then Trump comes up with this list of countries that like they should deport, like calling him the third world. Yet, if Jesus was here, undocumented, and Jesus would be a liberal, let's face it, like
Mhm.
that he would be a liberal. They would want to deport
Yeah.
him. They would
They
deport
probably
Jesus.
would.
Yeah,
They would.
they'd send him to Alligator Alcatraz, and then send him back to like Palestine or whatever. I always want to call it
Yeah.
Palestine.
They would have labeled fucking Jesus as like a homeless grifter, you know, and
Yeah,
just
hanging
they would
out
have been
with
like, get him off the
prostitutes.
streets of LA.
You goddamn liberal agenda. I don't know. I can't even think of the names. I can't keep track. But it's yeah, that's what I've been thinking about during Thanksgiving.
Hopefully everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Coming off the back of that. um let's move into something a little lighter. As we get into the holiday season, I believe that everybody's probably thinking about Home Alone. I assume that Home Alone 1 and 2 are definitely on your list of Christmas movies to hit.
Yeah, speaking of Trump, that's a good
Yes,
transition. He
that
was
is
in
a
the
good
Home Alone
transition.
too.
He was in Home Alone 2. Yeah, I guess they're making a sequel to Home Alone. Are they making a sequel, or have they just been talking about it? Is Macaulay Culkin for sure coming back, or was he just kind of pitching an idea?
He was pitching an idea, but I think he has some
Okay.
pull, especially now with his
Yeah.
like comeback. And um, I know we're going to talk about Fallout later, uh, but he's going to be in that show, and I think it's that show's going to be successful. A lot of people are
Hmm.
excited about him being in it. So
Yeah.
um,
He was also in a season recently of Righteous Gemstones. So he's starting to pop up again, which I'm here for it.
I think am I he wasn't he on like Joe Rogan not too long ago saying that he doesn't want to act anymore?
I don't know.
I could have sworn I saw him doing that. I mean, every person has a right to change, but it's just
Yeah, you
it
change
seems
your
like a little
mind.
fast.
Yeah, I have no idea how long ago that was when he went on there.
But I want to say within the past year. Um,
Really?
yeah, him and his wife, Brenda Song, who was London on Disney Channel. Um, they've been, uh, well, maybe because she's a big Rams fan and they go to the games and stuff, so maybe that's why I see them a lot. But I saw him dressed as a toilet for Thanksgiving. He was
Did
just a
not see that,
toilet,
but that's
yeah, and his
that's pretty
bag
funny
his
though.
bag of candy was poop.
So funny.
Yeah, there's a video of him, and I forgot what London was, but she was something completely normal, like a pirate or something, and then she's just walking down the street with their kids, and then the big toilet is walking
Well,
around. But
um,
I don't think it's happening. My question though is like, are they just gonna completely ignore the third one?
potentially, I feel like there's a lot of series trying to ignore certain movies in their timelines now. Like this has been like a thing that is happening. So I'm
Uh,
not sure,
uh,
but
well, what he wants the story to be is like he wants to be either a divorcee or a widower, and that his kid is setting up the traps because he gets locked out of the house and like he doesn't spend a lot of time with his kids, so his kid's kind of angry at him. I read a better idea that like it should be a kind of a purge happening, and adult Kevin is setting up traps for people trying to get in, and you gear it towards adults.
yeah, that's interesting too. I think both takes could be good, depending on how you do it.
It shouldn't be a movie for kids again. I don't you make the movie for people who were kids in the early 90s, late 80s.
Yeah, because kids have no attachment to it,
No,
right? You
no.
know, and um, I do like the third. I do like the third Home Alone movie, but like the third Home Alone movie is not about a kid who gets left home. The third Home Alone movie is about like burglars who are burglarizing houses in a neighborhood while people are at school and the kid is home from school sick. So,
Were his parents
um,
working?
work. Yeah, they went to work.
What is he, like 7 years old, just home alone? Yeah,
He's
take care
like
of yourself,
10
asshole.
probably. Yeah, he's like
Yeah,
10 probably. But yeah.
capitalism strikes again, man. Parents can't even take days off when their fucking kid's sick.
Mhm. Yeah, so
Normalizing that shit.
and I feel like Home Alone 3 was straight to video. I
Was
don't
it
even
the
know what
kid who
year that
played
came out.
Jerry Maguire in Jerry Maguire?
I think it was. He kind of looks like it.
Yeah, he
So I
was.
wonder where that kid is now. Probably acting still, and I just don't know because you don't recognize half these kids when they grow up.
Now you sparked my interest. Let's see.
Yeah. Like I think back to Macaulay Culkin. He was recently saying that his kids watched Home Alone and didn't recognize that it was him as a kid, and he didn't tell him.
How do you not? He looks like the exact same
I
dude.
know he looks the exact same, but, like, if you're a kid and you're like, "That's not my fucking dad." If it was me and it was my dad, I would've been like, "My dad's never done anything fucking cool.
My
Fuck
dad
outta
was
here."
never a kid. Home Alone 3. I'm really curious now. Oh no, it wasn't even the kid from Jerry Maguire. Not
Oh,
even
wait, was it?
close. Oh
No?
man.
Alright.
This kid looks so lame. Sorry. No offense to this guy. There was a Home Alone 4?
There's a Home Alone really?
Okay, so Alex D. Linz was in Home Alone 3. Let's see what he's up to. He's 36. Damn, he's almost our age. Oh, he's your age, right? Or no, he's a year younger than you.
Mm.
Um,
What year did that come out?
he's working as a legal researcher and a lead science instructor. Good for him.
Hmm, interesting.
Good
What
for him.
year did, Home Alone 3 come out?
This came out 1997, so I was
Okay.
10, makes
That's
sense.
probably about what I would've guessed, yeah, so
Home
I
Alone
was
4 came
9 when
out
that
in
came out.
2002, like right after 9/11 almost.
What's Home Alone 4 about?
Um, Kevin McAllister, wow, is upset that his parents
Did
got
they recast
divorced.
him?
It's a completely different like cast, but he's upset his parents got divorced. Worse yet, things are heating up between his father and his love interest, Natalie. Forced to choose where to celebrate Christmas, Kevin begrudgingly decides to go to Natalie's mansion, where the guests include a foreign royal family. Kevin schemes to reunite his estranged parents, and after Marv Merchants reappears, played by French Stewart from Third Rock from the Sun, he struggles to protect a prince from abduction. What the fuck is this story, dude?
I don't know, but they should just remake this movie with, all of the characters now just as old people, but still try and make it seem like they're young.
Have a just completely go Marvel with it and make like a
Yeah.
multiverse of Home Alones.
Yeah. You got fucking Macaulay Culkin with his beard, and he's just, like, acting like he's 10 still.
Man, the Kevin McAllister had like Mike Weinberg.
This goes to something that I saw this week that I thought was pretty fucking funny. Was that I I don't know if you've heard about this yet, but like some people are like really, I guess the new Anaconda reboot is not that bad. I guess it's pretty good actually from what I've heard. And I saw somebody's take on the internet the other day about that and they were like, "You know what, Hollywood should take point from this and stop trying to reboot good movies. Remake bad movies and make them good." And I was like, "That's actually a really great fucking idea. They should just take fucking movies that did not do well in their time and try to reboot them as better movies."
I feel like that's what they used to do.
Is it?
Like in the 80s and 90s, they would take movies that didn't really,
Mm.
uh, maybe not critically bad, but movies that kind of bombed. I mean, The Mummy is one. It was a kind of a cult favorite, and then they essentially rebooted it in the 90s with Brendan Fraser. You want to get into that because that's another
That
series that like they're trying to bring back a sequel to, and then not having. They're probably not going to count the one with Tom Cruise in it, I assume.
Yeah, probably not because well, that's not the same universe. They were the Tom Cruise one is essentially a reboot of The Mummy that was supposed to kind of start off Universal's new monster movie fucking run, and it just didn't work. And then I think what else did they try? They tried to make something else with like along with it, and like none of their movies really worked. So can't remember what other movies were supposed to connect to that universe, but um they were supposedly making a Frankenstein movie and they were going to make, some other shit. And now I feel like
Probably a
now I feel
Dracula
like
movie.
probably, yeah. So, but, I feel like the studios ended up going different directions with a lot of this stuff. And then you end up having like a reboot of Nosferatu that turned out to be really good. Hearing really good things about Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, even though I haven't like sat down to watch it yet, but it's on my list of things to get to, sometime soon.
And they're doing a new Nightmare on Elm Street that's supposed to come out pretty soon too.
Are they really?
With the same, I think it's the same guy who did Nosferatu.
I'm not sure about that because his next so right now he's directing Werewolf
Okay. I'm not,
and then he's going to make and then he's going to make the dark and then he's going to make a sequel to Labyrinth
oh, is that
after he's
okay?
done with Werewolf, yeah.
Yep, you're right. Never mind. I got mixed up. Man, speaking of Nightmare Before
Nightmare on
Christmas,
Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street. I saw Wes Craven's New Nightmare. I'd never seen that before. God, that movie it's awful. I hated it. But you
What's
could
I don't think I've ever seen it. What's that one about?
it's pretty meta. Like it's about the actors playing describe it without making you confused. So it takes place in the real world. Robert England's in the movie, but his like actor name is different. So it's like in this world, the actors really played in a movie called Nightmare on Elm Street. So that Freddy Krueger is apparently fake, and they're doing these movie
Mm,
pressers, and the chick who played in the OG Nightmare on Elm Street, it's like all grown up as a kid, and she's getting nightmares, and her son's getting nightmares about Freddy Krueger, and she's getting these weird calls, which kind of you can kind of see where Wes Craven was headed with Scream. He's kind of like testing some
mhm.
of these things out with the phone calls,
Yes. Yeah.
and but yeah, Freddy Krueger is alive and well, and he's like some demon that like isn't Robert England, and it comes after the son, and it's it sounds as bad as I'm describing it right now. It was so awful. I hated it. But sometimes you got to put out some bullshit ass movies and test it out because
Mhm.
maybe
To
if you
get to
didn't,
the
yeah, it developed one of the best slashers in history in Scream.
mhm. Yeah.
Some might even argue the best. I won't argue against that. I don't think it is, but I won't argue against it.
I
Like,
don't think it is either, but I also won't. I don't. I'm with you. I won't fault anybody who thinks that because it is. It's got one of the best it's got one of the best twists,
Mhm.
in my opinion, at the end where you're like, "Holy shit." Like, I can't believe they were able to, like, keep that from
Right.
us, like, the whole fucking movie. Like, I never would have guessed that. And now when I go back and they're like, "Look at the shoes." And you're like, "Okay, I can see it. I could see all these, like I could see, like, all these Reddit theories about it, connecting the threads to show you, like, how far they were foreshadowing, but,
But
like,
hindsight's
the first time
2020.
you watch it yeah, dude, the first time you watch it, you never fucking caught any of that shit, especially when we were I was pretty young when that came out the first times.
Yeah, well, I was, I think 10 or 11, if
Yeah, dude, I
even.
was, like, 9 probably like, 8 or 9
It
probably,
came out
so
in '97, I wanna say?
probably, yeah, so I was about 9,
And
yeah.
this movie, New Nightmare, I think might have been a little before, might have been '92, let's see, '94 is when it came out, and it's
I
funny
feel like
because
the late '80s and early '90s were just, like, trying to keep these, like, '70s horror movies alive, you know? They just kept going. There are so many sequels to Halloween, Jason, Nightmare on Elm Street, like, there's so many sequels to all these things.
I think we'll be
Like, how
thinking
many Friday the 13th are there?
I think we'll be thinking the same exact thing about superhero movies in, like, 10, 15 years, being like, "Oh my god, how many Marvel movies did they make? How many fucking DC movies did they make? Good god."
Dude, Marvel's got dude, there's, like, something like 30 Marvel movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe now. It's,
How's
like, overwhelming to think about, like, if you started at 1 and watched all the TV shows and all the stuff, dude, it's, like, hundreds of hours of content inside this universe. I'm excited for Doomsday and some of the things that are coming from Marvel, but I'm also, like, ready for them to reboot and start over because I feel overwhelmed by how much shit there is now.
Do you think we'll see another universe, or do you think they'll make standalone movies kind of like how DC is going about it?
I think they're gonna make another universe. Also, DC's making another universe. Like,
I know,
DC's
but they're
connecting all this shit together.
yeah, but they're having their standalone movies too, and I think that's a great idea. At first, I was like, "Why would you want to do that?" But it makes total sense for like the more casual viewer.
It does.
I don't want to go see every movie and have to pay attention. Like, I'll go watch a series instead.
I know. I sc- and that's fine. Like, if DC does that, great. I see everything that the new DCU has released has been connected, and maybe you don't have to watch everything to make sense. Maybe you don't have to watch Peacemaker to understand Superman, but the end of season 2 of Peacemaker connects right into the Superman 2 that they're getting ready to film right now, you know? And you also had animated things like Creature Commandos, which you have the same character playing an animated version of himself and then a live action version in Creature Commandos, Superman, Peacemaker, like all of these things are, I feel like where Marvel really started making missteps and why you're not getting as much watchability is if you look at since the last Avengers movie, there hasn't been a single movie that has come out that had a sequel. There's no Black Widow 2, they killed her in the fucking previous movies. There's no they haven't made a second Shang-Chi. There's they made a fourth Spider-Man, sure, but like that's still connecting to the other stuff. They made Doctor Strange 2, but where's Doctor Strange 3? Like they've made a lot of movies that don't have sequels. And they've made a lot of TV shows that are only one season and don't have sequels. And you just have all these cliffhangers of all these fucking characters and you're like, how do you tie all this up? Like it feels like such a mess. And maybe they don't have to tie up those stories. Maybe they're trying to make you feel like this is more of a real world, which we don't have closure in a lot of fucking things. But like, I don't know. It just feels messy.
There's too many writers, and maybe that's where DC got it right, where James Gunn is kind of.
Yeah, kind
I
of
mean, you have that. What's the guy's name at Marvel who kind of looks over everything?
Kevin Feige.
Yeah, okay, yeah, yeah,
But he lost control
he did.
when Disney was doing their thing, and when Disney launched Disney Plus and they were like forcing Marvel to pump out a shit ton of content. They lost control of their entire
I
universe. But now
agree.
they put out a bunch of shit, and yes, now there's only one Marvel movie next year, and they're trying to condense everything.
That's
So
good. That's a good thing.
and it's a good thing to bring it back down to condensing. But I don't know what it's going to take for them to bring it back to what it was. I think they're right in fucking shutting it down and trying to reboot it because, like, I think what people want to see is I think people want Iron Man now. I think people want Iron Man and Captain America. I think you made those fucking like, really good characters the way that you started this universe. And I think that Disney really wants to get back to an Iron Man movie. It's going to take them a lot to recast that and find a new legacy
Yeah.
actor, but like I think if you do it right, there's, like you can keep that character alive. But
Who would you get as Tony Stark that has the likability of Robert Downey? I can't really.
I don't know, but Robert Downey was really down on his fucking luck that when they cast him, and the studios all fought with Jon Favreau about it, and they didn't think he should do it.
I know. That's
But
insane to
I thought
think
it was a
about.
great choice because the movie that he did right before that was Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, which I think is like a fucking masterpiece. Like that is
Hmm.
a fantastic fucking movie, and it really shows what Robert Downey can do as an adult.
Um, was Zodiac before or after he did Iron Man?
After.
After? Okay.
No, it was right before. So Zodiac was he did Kiss Kiss Bang Bang in 05. I think 03 was when his last like legal run-ins were, like all the late 90s and up to like 03 he was like in and out of jail for drug issues and rehab and this and that, bad publicity. And then he gets to and then he does Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, and then he does Zodiac, and then he does fucking Iron Man. And it's like those three movies, like just back to back, like really reignited his career and
Yeah.
blew him up to what he is now.
I think Jon Favreau needs to get more work with Disney. Almost everything he's touched in both Marvel and Star
Star
Wars
Wars.
has
Yeah.
been gold.
Yeah, I don't know how much more Star Wars he's doing. I don't know if they're letting Dave Filoni take more over the Star Wars side of the universe, but I'm pretty sure Dave. I kind of feel like Jon Favreau is he directing Mandalorian and Grogu, or is he just kind of overseeing a lot of the production?
I think he's just producing. Let's see, director. That's another movie I'm down to see. Mandalorian and Grogu. I didn't like the. Oh, he is directing it.
Hmm.
Mandalorian. Yeah, he is directing that.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's a good director, man. Like, dude, he. I think he's a good director. I like Jon Favreau. Um. We watch Elf a lot in this house around Christmas time because Laurel fucking loves it, and he directed that, and then he directed Iron Man, and he's
And he was in a bunch of
directed
those
some of the better
comedies,
episodes.
like that comedy era of oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
he's like all over it, dude. He's in Yes Man, not
yeah,
in Yes Man.
no,
What am I
I
thinking?
Love You Man.
I Love You Man. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. He's in that movie, and like he's in a Christmas movie with Vince Vaughn, and he's in fucking he's in The Breakup with Vince. He's in a lot of Vince Vaughn
Yeah,
comedy
he and
movies.
Vince Vaughn seem to be
But the
buddies.
first comedy thing I think of him in is PCU, which I don't know if you've seen that, but it's from like
I
93 or 94, and it's Jeremy Piven and David Spade. And John Favreau's in that movie, and he just kind of plays like a crazy football jock, and he just does so fucking good in that movie.
He's a great actor.
Yeah, dude, he's good. So
Is Pedro Pascal not playing Mandalorian season 4? Is that true?
I don't think there is a season 4 of The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian, you talking about Mandalorian and Grogu, the movie?
No. There is no season 4. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
being a boomer and seeing like the questions when you Google search something, like the questions like, why isn't Pedro Pascal returning for Mandalorian season 4?
Well, there's not a season 4 of
Yeah,
Mandalorian. My
that's the fucking
understanding is they're
answer.
wrapping up my understanding is they're wrapping up the story in the movie.
Okay. He's gonna die, isn't he?
Probably. He's gonna give his life to save little Grogu.
Oh my gosh. And the Grogu's gonna start speaking
Probably,
and like doing,
probably, and then run off with Luke Skywalker and fucking Ahsoka.
and then he's gonna be in the new
Help them restart the Jedi Temple. Either
it's,
that, bro. Either that.
it's gonna
No, dude. What they should do, is just like give him the little decked out armor and a little gun, and just have him be the Mandalorian. And just like if the end of the movie is just him like bounty hunting, I'll be like, this is it, bro. This is
Okay,
the way to end
I'll be cool with that.
it. He already said no to Luke once, so to like go back on that if the Mandalorian dies would be like, come on, man. Just I think he'd want to, follow the path of his dad as a bounty hunter.
Bounty Hunter Jedi. How cool would that be?
But oh, is there anything else you wanted to touch on? We kind of went off the rails there.
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I
The only other thing that that is getting a little bit of buzz right now is Masters of the Universe. Have you heard about this?
no.
Okay, so I don't know if it's a TV show or if this is a movie, but I think Amazon is making this, but it's a Masters of the Universe reboot. And all I know about it is that Jared Leto is playing Skeletor. And people are saying it's the best thing that Jared Leto has ever done from some of the test screenings they've seen.
Okay, Jared Leto as Skeletor, it kind of has me intrigued.
Me too. I thought that. uh,
I don't know. Are there images of it?
no, I haven't seen anything from
They've
this.
already had test screenings, so they're pretty deep in
I don't know if there's
production.
test screenings. But let me take a look. Maybe I should have waited to talk about this until I was more up on the air, but let's see. Masters of the Universe. Is this a movie? Yeah, so you've got a guy that I don't know playing
He-Man.
He-Man, but you've got Jared Leto as Skeletor, Allison Brie as Evil Lynn. Evil Lynn. Camilla Mendez playing Tila. Oh, Idris Elba as Man at Arms is actually a pretty good fucking casting.
That's like the only beloved actor so far that I've heard.
There's a beloved actor coming up next that me and you know very well, but Kristen Wiig as Roboto.
That's right. Oh, okay. So if they go towards the comedy angle, I will
This
really
is
want
gonna
to
be
see
great.
this. I'm
Yeah,
super
and
down.
then you've got Morena Baccarin, who's the love
Oh,
interest in
yeah. Gotham.
Deadpool.
She
She's
was great in
playing.
Gotham.
She was great in Gotham. That's also where she met her husband. Was in Gotham. But I love her in Firefly. She will always have a special place in my heart as a Nara on Firefly. But yeah, she's playing the sorceress. So
Cool.
pretty good cast. And if people are saying that Jared Leto's doing pretty good as Skeletor, that might be his calling. Maybe he needs to stop trying to play the hero and fucking lean into his crazy as the villain. Like
Yeah.
I saw what he was doing with the Joker, but I think he leaned in too far. I think if you rein that back and you're not, if Skeletor shows up and he's got a fucking tattoo, I'm quitting.
Honestly,
Just
I would laugh. I would laugh if Skeletor had a tattoo.
bro, like who's giving tattoos in fucking Eternia? They're Skeletor's just got a dude back there. He's like, "This is
I hope
Tatooian."
Skeletor breaks into song and it's like the rebirth of 30 Seconds to Mars. It's like
Like,
he has,
take me. So I don't even have a vocal cords, and I can sing better than you.
and then if they just lean into like everything people hate about Jared Leto, like Skeletor has a harem and just like a cult following him, and
He really does, man. And like all he's ever trying to do is get the power of Grayskull. So, but I was a big. Did you like Masters of the Universe?
I I
I'm a
didn't
big
watch a
fan.
lot of it.
I
Very
loved
few
it when I was a
episodes.
kid. I
Yeah.
loved it when I was a kid. And then they did like a reboot show of it in like 2002 where they only did like one season, and I love it. It like recaptured everything that like the 80s one did. I'm also a big fan of the movie, even though a lot of people hate the fucking movie. And like, yes, you've got Robert Langella fucking wearing a like a plastic Skeletor mask, but like, dude, that I'm pretty sure that's my god, why can I not think of her fucking name? Who plays Monica on Friends?
Courtney Cox.
Yes. Okay, so Courtney Cox. I'm pretty sure Master of the Universe is her first movie in 1987, and she looks great in that fucking movie, and
Uh,
like she's running around as like the Earth chick. I like that movie. They come to Earth. They basically crash like a high school party. There's like a weird. They created a character for that movie. Like I think it was supposed to be. I think that little like I think that little like my mind is just blanking today on people's names, but fucking He-Man in that movie is I can't think of the actors' names, but Drago from fucking
Well, Dolph
from
Lundgren.
Dolph Lundgren. Yes. Yeah, I can't
Usually
think of
it's me
every character.
blinking. It's me. It's roles of reversed.
I'm telling you, man, this week's weird. Dude, having Thursday off for Thanksgiving just like really fucked me up to where I was
Yeah.
thinking yesterday was Monday and like today doesn't feel like Saturday. Like I'm all just out of whack. So I get it. But I think that's about all that we had this week. But I'm sure we will continue to bring in Masters of the Universe updates as we get, things big in news and
I
see
can't wait to
and
see
finally see a
images.
trailer.
I would
I can't
love
wait to
an
see
emo
images either, dude.
Skeletor.
Emo
I would love that so much.
Skeletor is he kind of is an
He
emo
is
fucking
an
kid,
emo.
bro. Like he really is,
And I
dude.
hope they have Jared Leto's hair. Like for some reason, Skeletor has long, luscious hair.
Yeah. But I hope so too, but I doubt it. He's a skeleton. But I haven't seen a skeleton with hair, which maybe they should have a skeleton with hair, and that would be just like a whole new fucking thing.
Hey, hair is like one of the last things to like rot away, right?
Yeah, dude, I guess the Crypt Keeper kind of had a little bit of hair left, right? Like
I'm gonna be looking like the Crypt Keeper soon. Getting old
me
sucks.
too. I know it does. So, but we'll end on that. Hope everybody had a Thanksgiving, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Stay curious.